Welcome to Invisible Dimensions, where we share our mystical, paranormal, and supernatural encounters. I felt initially tired that evening. By 9 p.m., I was already in bed. I shared a bed with my 4-year-old daughter, Rosalia. She was afraid of sleeping alone. It was during the holidays, so there was no school. My 9-year-old son, Andy, had gone to stay with my sister. Andy and his cousin, Collins, my sister's son, were like brothers. They had been close since birth, having been born the same week and having lived together for the first 3 years of their lives. They were inseparable, but since we lived in different towns and they went to different schools, the only time they could spend time together was when schools were closed. So here I was in bed with Rosalia, who, not feeling sleepy, was watching YouTube videos on my phone. I had decided to take a nap, waiting for her to finish watching whatever it was she was watching before I switched off the phone and our bedside lights. It was about 9:30 p.m. when sleep washed over me. No sooner had my eyes closed than I heard, or rather felt, a voice tell me that my son Andy was in grave danger. I was not only astonished by the strange feeling, but also by the fact that besides my own house, my sister's house was like Andy's second home. It was his second most safe place after my own home. I was still mulling over the idea of Andy being in danger when I was suddenly transported, or is it teleported, into my sister's house at that hour, landing in the corridor that led to the bedrooms. Everything was all quiet. The corridor lights were on, but all the bedroom doors were closed. I could somehow sense they were all sleeping. I was still standing there, astounded, recollecting myself, wondering how I had even gotten there when, startling me, I saw one bedroom door open suddenly. I didn't see, but felt the house girl come out. Strangely, she was invisible, but somehow I knew it was her. I was taken aback. I stood there, dazed, still trying to find my bearings. Everything was happening too fast. I mean, from the moment I felt a voice whisper to me that Andy was in danger, to the moment I found myself right away in my sister's house, and now here I was with the invisible house girl I knew was there. I was still standing there, wide eyed, my eyes rapidly blinking, when the invisible girl furiously charged at me, throwing me to the floor. I had not anticipated that. Stunned, I tried to defend myself, raising my forearms over my head as she pummeled me continuously with kicks and blows. I tried to slip to the side, pushing her away, but it was impossible. I felt pinned to the ground. We rolled on the floor from one side of the wall to the other, panting. I tried standing up, but she effortlessly lifted me off the ground and threw me into the wall again and again. She held me by my hair and slammed my face into the floor. She dragged me across the floor and threw me down the stairs. I grunted in pain as my body smashed onto the floor below. I don't know why I never cried out for help. This fight was taking place in total silence. None of us spoke, apart from the grunts and grunts I was making. In my younger years, I have been involved in many fist fights, but none was as bad as these. In my whole life, I don't think I have ever received such a thorough beating. That invisible girl beat me to a pulp. It was flabbergasting how my sister could be comfortably and soundly asleep while there was a war raging on in her house. Andy and Collins were also blissfully asleep. Yet, here we were, just a few meters from them, locked in a kill or be killed fight. I fought back bravely, giving as much as I received, having recovered from my initial shock. Remember, this girl was invisible, so she had that advantage over me. I tried standing up again, trudging up the stairs, blindly swinging a thick stick I had picked from the stairs. As suddenly as I had found myself at my sister's house, I found myself in my house again, back in bed. Dazed, I tried to sit up. I couldn't. My body was in immense pain. I could see Rosalia was still engrossed in her videos on the phone beside me, unaware of anything. I opened my mouth, trying to speak to her. When my speech was muddled, something told me to relax first, as I found my bearings again for the 10th time that evening. It took me a while before I tried to sit up again. I yelped out in pain from the effort. My whole body was sore. All my muscles ached. It was as though I had been run over by a truck. You know how you feel when you haven't been to the gym for so long, then you resume? Yeah. The pain you feel afterwards, that's how I felt. I would have continued lying in bed, but I felt pressed. I urgently needed to use the bathroom. Everything blurred for a minute, then came back into focus as I tried to stand up. I dragged my feet across the floor, disoriented, my joints weak and aching. I lost balance and tumbled towards the wall, holding it for support. Just in time, I held my body to the bathroom, all this time supporting myself against the wall, groaning from the intense pain I felt. As I stumbled into the bathroom, nothing could have prepared me for the figure I saw as I caught sight of myself in the bathroom mirror. Not registering that the image in the mirror was actually me, I scrambled out of the bathroom at lightning speed, forgetting that all my body was hurting. Recollecting myself, I stepped back into the bathroom. For the very first time, I got the meaning of being beaten blue and black. I couldn't tell what complexion I was anymore. My face was bruised all over. I remember wrapping my hair in a headscarf as was routine before I slept. But now, my hair was disheveled, scattering all over my face, messy and rumpled. The headscarf was nowhere to be seen. There was a laceration right across my left forearm. My nightdress was torn. It was as though I had literally been in a fight. Yeah, so I get it. I know it was from a fight. I mean, I had just been in a fight, but not physically. It was a spiritual fight. So, how was it possible that a spiritual fight could result in real physical pain with even a cut that was visible? This was the very first time I was experiencing such. I mean, we've all had nightmares of something bad chasing us. But surely, do you always wake up panting from being chased in a dream? I was in shock, not so much from the thorough beating I had gotten, but from the fact that there was physical evidence. I took some painkillers and dragged myself back to bed. I took the phone from Rosalia and checked the time. It was about 10:30 p.m., about an hour since I had first laid down to take a nap. And within that hour, I had gone to my sister's house in another town, gotten into a fight that was difficult to explain, been beaten thoroughly, and I was now back in my own bed with bruises and a scar to show for it. Yvonne, I talked to my sister on phone, adjusting my pillow, groaning. Your house girl, is she there? My sister, groggy with sleep, wondered why I was calling her at that hour about her house girl. Stella? My usual girl left yesterday, she said sleepily. I got a new one today. Is something wrong? No, nothing is wrong. I'll talk to you tomorrow, I said, still dazed. I had to get a massage the following day. And of course, nobody believed me when I said I had been beaten to a pulp, both in a dream and real life. It is strangely awkward, weird even, explaining to someone that the scar on my forearm, I got it from a fight in a dream. As for whether my sister kept the new house girl or sent her packing, that is a story for another day. Have you yourselves had any mystical encounters? Please share with us. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share to help our channel grow.